Hey, what's up, believers? Welcome back to another adventure with the NC Squatch Watchers. As always, we've got our producer here, and Taylor is with us today, and we got Karate Kalen's making a visit with us. So we're gonna come in and we're gonna test out some of our evidence that we kept around. We weren't really gonna film a lot right this minute. But we decided to get the camera out because, as always, when the camera's not rolling is when we have some of our best interactions. And we just heard two clear screams back to back that came from maybe this side of the Henry River. And Taylor's like, we gotta go, okay, because want everybody to know there's a little interference around us right now, and we're going to be really careful that doesn't spill over into this adventure, because if it does, we'll just cut the cameras off because we're not going to bleed in. But sit back and enjoy this adventure. And before we get too far in, I want to give some shouts out to the McVeigh family and the Redmond family, and let everybody know that you guys are in our hearts, in our minds, and we are forever praying for you. We love all you guys. Be strong, and God will have His will and His way. We love all you guys. Stay strong.
So David was giving me updates on everything that's happened since we've been off. We were just catching up, and I kept looking out of the corner of my eye to the left, and I know he thought I was crazy because he probably thought I was just ignoring him. And it looked like out of the corner of my eye for a split second something went from left to right across the trail to right near my car. We're not even 200 yards into the woods.
Easy, yeah, not that far.
Not even that. And so we've already getting activity right after we just shot the intro for this vlog. So I just give my encounter. I'm gonna flip the camera around and let David tell you what he hears, and he didn't even know I saw that until just now.
I mean, couple of things that are happening right now, and I get real serious when I think it's Sasquatch activity. Taylor is looking, Taylor's looking around while I'm telling him about some friends of mine that are having some really hardships with cancer in their family, and asking for prayers. And he thinks he sees something come across. Well, the same path it's taken is right up here now, where he would have thought it come across. We're getting knocks, okay? And it's very clear now. That's why we got the camera out and rolling. And so we're going to let it roll for a minute. Now, the whole time I'm sitting here telling you guys about the knocks over here, back again to the right of me across on the Henry River side, we hear the yell, okay? And it's not even 7 o'clock, maybe a little after 7:30. And we're trying to get into this just to see what we can find. And I don't know what's going on right now, but I feel, I got a lightning bug on me, which is great. But I literally, can you see the goosebumps on me? You see those goosebumps?
Yeah.
Okay. You see that cannon? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. You can see the goosebumps.
I'm just kidding. I got goosebumps all over me. My hairs on my arms are tingly. Yeah. And there's just an energy that I can't explain right now. And it rained earlier today. We had a really nice storm come through, so everything's fresh and moist. So we're, if something's walking in the woods tonight or today, we're not going to hear small movement. We're going to hear big movement. And so hopefully, this will continue. But so we're going to head on up a little ways and see what happens.
What you experienced?
Real pungent urine smell just kind of wafted through right here. And I'm handling the rock pile, which has clearly been moved, but we don't know if it could have been from all the heavy rains we've experienced. But that, yeah, it blew up right through here. The urine smell. And I promised I showered. We've rearranged our rock pile for the next encounter, and there are there were 4 rocks here when Kalen and I set this the last time we were here.
Yeah.
And now there are 5 rocks.
Yep.
So
one appeared?
where did the fifth one come from?
Yep.
So
And that's the one from 2 weeks ago where we posted it, and
Right.
we were on the phone with you. Or
Yep.
2 weeks ago.
yep, 2 weeks ago. 'Cause
And
it's
Toby-
been 3 weeks since
yeah.
it's really been on a good hunt.
And Toby
so
left
Which
2
one should
quarters.
the one on top.
The one on top?
Yeah.
So we have 2 medium, 2 big ones, and a small one.
And Toby left 2 quarters just to see if that strikes any interest.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
Sure enough. All right.
So David decided to come down here and wanted to venture into our small waterfall on property, and it's overlooking the river. So I'm going to turn it over to David and see if he can give out some calls, maybe get a call back right here on the river. Let's see how.
That'd be cool to get a call on the river.
Yeah.
Sorry. Spiders everywhere. I about got choked on that.
Did you hear that growl?
I thought that was a car. So you heard that?
Yeah. Yeah. I hope you can hear it.
What is that?
That was a ooh. If this is picking this up, you can't tell from this waterfall back here, but
The water is so fast. It's loud right now, but there is something happening over here on this side of the river down here at the bend. Oh my God.
see, 2 weeks ago, Toby was hearing growlings right through there where we found that little bone.
And see, up in there is where I want to do the 24-hour hunt.
Yeah.
I want to go up on that knoll and, you know, I just want to get up there on the crest and overlook and just sit up there and my mosquito repellent and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah.
We've heard 2 things. When I give out my first really big call, and then I did a whoop, we heard what we thought was like a really deep growl. And then so I did another whoop, and you heard that again. Did a third whoop, and then you heard like a moan or a call back coming from that same area. Now, I can't. Did you hear anything hit the water? Okay. See, I thought I might have heard something kerplunk in the water, but I can't swear to it because everything's so loud. I'm gonna do it again though. Whoop! 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 I hear it.
I heard it that time.
I don't know what that is, but I heard it clearly. I mean, I heard that clearly. I know that there's so much sound with the river and the waterfall behind us, it's going to be very difficult. But that's 4 that we've heard in the span of just a few minutes. There's a lot of movement of limbs and low-hanging branches that are in the Henry River, and the water hits it and moves it, and you think you see movement, and your eyes jerk away.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's lots of things happening down here we don't want to confuse as action, but I don't have an answer for everything right at the moment. I was looking around, and as you guys have already seen, we're just having some type of tremendous interaction with our group right now. But I wanted something to throw in the river just to make a slap or a splash. So I walked over here, and it's just odd because Taylor can show you this bank, all right? That's not a bank that any of us are gonna just wanna climb willy-nilly just to go from point A to point B. We're gonna walk around that. But on this bank is something that I find very strange, and it's this piece of wood right here, okay? And you see how it once was like this?
Yeah.
And then
nice
now
sound.
it's bent over, and it's right here where it looks like something may have stepped. Now, here again, I'm not saying that's a footprint. What I am saying is it's odd that somebody would be over here on this bank breaking limbs for any reason.
Yeah.
This is
show
not
the limb again.
right here. And see this spot right here?
Yeah.
That's a root, okay? So it's not going to break easily to begin with. And, you know, well, you know, maybe. So, but anyhow, it's just odd to me that it's broke, and it's a fresh break because you can still see the clear. It's not turned brown yet.
Yeah.
And you can see where something has went up through here. Now, this didn't just happen.
No.
This has been this way for some time. I'm going to say a month to 6 weeks. Is my estimate because I've got new growth coming in around here. But it's just really odd that we're down here where we're having all this activity, and then, you know, we do find signs that something's been walking over here right straight across from us. You heard that, right?
Yeah.
Hear that?
It's beating, ain't it?
Yes. I can feel the ground. I can feel the vibrations on the ground. Taylor's just holding this up, just so y'all just keep it pointed over there. That's fine. Just, you know, somewhere over there where this camera is pointed, we have really heavy movement of some sort, and it almost would sound like maybe a stomp, or maybe something that has taken a rock and is beaten on the ground. Again, we're down here at the river, so it's harder to hear because there's so much background noise with the water. But we were fixing to film something else that we just spotted, when I'm like, "Are you rolling?" And then he cuts the camera on. He's like, "I am now." And then all of a sudden, you know, we're still hearing it.
And right
so
before that, we had camera difficulties.
Yeah, and it's so weird that whatever happened to this equipment, and this is by far, to me, the best Sony camera we have ever had, ever to use, all right? Did you hear that? What did you hear?
Was it the boom, boom, boom?
You didn't hear what I heard?
Oh, man.
Point to your direction. Multiple. And dude, audible right here in some kind of language. I swear to you, I'm not, Goosebumps, God almighty, look, I mean, I'm not crazy with this.
I heard a soft voice go,
Okay, that's what I heard right there a minute ago. It was audible. It sounded like it was almost like a word or a language.
Yeah.
It wasn't, you know, just like, you know, the typical sounds. It was, you know, the wild man chatter.
Yeah.